Hello, this is Mr. Stansbury. I'm going to take you through the 11D notes on problem solving with areas. Alright, at the end of this you should be able to say I can find areas of various polygonal shapes found in real world type situations to solve problems. Okay, so with that, let's go straight into our first example here, and it is example 17 from page 370. Phineas's head measures 1.6 feet across the top and has an area of 2 square feet. Find the height of his head. So this is 1.6 feet. We want to figure out what the height is. We know that the area is 2 square feet. So we know that area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height, right? So let's plug in what we know. We know that we know what the area is. It's 2 square feet equals 1/2. The base is 1.6, and we are trying to figure out what the height is. So we can now just plug in our information here into our calculator and solve, right? So we can do half of 1.6. Well, we know that that is just 0.8 times h. So divide both sides by 0.8. and we can figure out the height of Phineas's head. So take 2, divide it by 0.8, and we get 2.5 feet. So Phineas's head is 2.5 feet tall. That's one big head. Anyway, next one. And last one, actually, is Pete parks his Peugeot on top of Billy's barn. Billy is not happy about Pete's parking job. Pete has to pay for Billy's new barn. The dimensions are as follows. So here's Billy's barn. How much is it going to cost Pete for siding and roofing if siding is 48 cents per square foot and roofing is 21 cents per square foot? So he's got to rebuild that whole thing. So let's go through here and let's see, let's move this so that we've got a little bit more room to work. We've got to be able to see Pete's Peugeot parked on top there. So anyway, so we have to find the total area, surface area of the roof and the total surface area of the barn, right? So I guess it doesn't really matter what we start with. Let's start with the roof. I think that'll be a little bit easier. It's basically this rectangle and this rectangle, right? And if this is 20, then these two together is going to be 40. So roof is going to be 35 by 40. Because again, this is 35 here, and if you took this and flattened it all out, that's 20 and that's 20. So for a grand total of 40 across. So we get 35 times 40. Gives us that the roof is 1,400 square feet. So roof equals 1,400 square feet. And really we have to multiply that by 21 cents per square foot, right? So 1,400 times 0.21. So multiply that by 0.21. And just for the new roof, it's going to be $294. It's pretty good for a roof. Alright, so let's see, now he's got to buy all the siding for where he ruined the side here. So that's going to be a little trickier. We do have 2 rectangles on either side. Let's go with that first. So this is going to be the siding. So the siding is going to be the 2 rectangles. So that's 10 feet by 35 feet, so that's on 2 sides, so let's do twice 10 by 35. Alright, so that's just for the sides, and then this part here, if you think about it, we can really break this into a rectangle and a triangle. So again, we know that this part is 10 feet, so we also have this side and that side, just the rectangle piece, which is 28 by 10, and there are 2 of those also. And then we also have this rectangle, which is 1/2. Well, actually, we're going to have 2 at 1/2. The base here all the way across is 28 times the height of this triangle. So if this whole thing here is 10, this whole thing is 18. If we do 18 minus 10, we get 8 feet for the height, right? So all this here is going to give us how much siding there's going to be. So siding is going to equal, let's see, let's calculate this all out. So we can go 2 times 10 times 35, well, let's just do 10 times 35 plus 2 times 28 times 10 plus 2 times 0.5 times 28 times 8. All right, which gives us a total square footage of 854 feet for the siding, right? Now, again, we got to take that 854 feet, we got to multiply it by 48 cents per square foot, right? So multiply by 0.48. So multiply by 0.48, and all the siding is going to be 409.92. Right? So our grand total, or I guess Pete's grand total, is going to be 294 plus 409.92, which, let's see, is going to give us 294 plus 409.92, 703.92 is going to be the total price for new barn. That would be pretty cheap to build a new barn for $700. Pretty sure that's not going to happen, but that's all right. We'll just go with it. So anyway, with all that here, we should now be able to say that I can find areas of various polygonal shapes found in real-world type situations to solve problems. All right. If you have any questions, please ask. Thanks.